starting. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Barry Levinson, Mayor Pro Tem Bankhead and other council members. Thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. I would like tonight to take this opportunity to remind the council members how important the upcoming negotiations with all city unions will be to the future financial well-being of the city for years and probably decades to come. A very troubling report was issued last fall by the California Public Employees Retirement System, CalPERS. It was entitled Safety Plan of the City of Fullerton Annual Evaluation Report as of June 30, 2009. In this report, we learned that the unfunded pension liability for the Fullerton police and firemen has escalated to a figure of $126,843,150, almost $127 million of unfunded liability just for the safety employees alone. This represents almost $1,000 for every man, woman, and child in the city of Fullerton. This does not include the unfunded pension liabilities for the non-safety employees of the city, nor the unfunded retiree health care benefits for all city employees. The total of the entire unfunded liabilities for the city is probably somewhere currently between $200 and $300 million. In addition, the above-mentioned report estimates that required employer contribution, meaning city contribution rates for safety employees for the next 3 years, assuming no changes to the current pension system. These amounts are needed just to keep us from getting further into debt, and they are as follows. For the 2011-2012 budget year, the city will have to put in 30.2% of all safety employees' wages just for the pension. In 2012-2013, CalPERS estimates 32.2% will be required. And then in 2013-2014, it will jump to almost 38%. Currently, our safety employees only pay approximately 2.57% a year, or less than 10% of the total contribution cost faced by the city. We must change all parts of the current pension system to make it financially viable in the future. These changes must include all the following: to increase the retirement age for all city employees. It is not economically feasible to pay a retirement benefit for up to 25, 30, or even 40-plus years for each retiree.
You have about 30 seconds.
This is important, sir, and I took a lot of time to put this together.
Red.
Reduce the percentage earned for each year employee works. Calculate pensions on base this year of compensation as the basis for the pension calculation, but use the average of several years of pay, and increase employee benefit contributions. As I stated earlier, currently non-safety employees contribute nothing, while safety employees contribute a little over 2.5%. The private sector worker has always paid in 50% of the total contribution to Social Security. Yet a much more generous system lets city employees pay little or nothing currently for their own pension. These steps, I believe, are necessary if the City Council wants to deal seriously with this large unfunded liability going forward.
You know, you're going to have to wrap it up.
I am. I'm almost done, sir.
I know. As soon as you finish it, real quick.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your patience. I strongly suggest the city instruct the city manager to get several outsourcing bids from the private sector for the possibility of replacing each and every city employee by bargaining unit. This action will accomplish two very important goals, and this is my last point. First, it will make it crystal clear to all city unions that the city is serious in dealing with this massive fiscal problem. And second, it will give the council a dollar benchmark or baseline as to what it would cost to run those departments with a private company versus the current cost of the city workers. In my humble opinion, the city council must get these bids to know how much could be saved by outsourcing various city services, and at the same time let the unions know they must be flexible and accept cuts to their benefits going forward in order to ensure future employment. With this bargaining chip, it will ensure that the unions understand the magnitude of the problem and know the city is willing to make drastic changes if the union's cooperation is not forthcoming. The residents of Fullerton will be watching closely the council's actions to determine if real reductions in city pensions and retiree health care costs will be achieved. All of you know the magnitude of the problem and have the tools necessary now to get the job done.
Sir.
The only question remaining is whether you have the will to do the same. Let us all work together. The city.
I ask you to respect the time. I ask you to respect the time. The next time you come forward, I'm sure you will. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm